We're gonna get started pretty soon with this race between GobbityBobbity and Spytron. Losers round 2. The Wind Waker Randomizer Score Log Tournament. I am TJ Slam, and I am joined by Captain Mool. Is that how you say your name? Perfect.
Yeah, that should be absolutely fine. Yeah, so welcome. This is the final race of the round 2 losers bracket. And if I am correct, the winner will join Gymnast.
Oh, actually, I'm not sure. I'd have to check the bracket myself.
I checked right now.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and the other side of the bracket is Advocate against Danger. So, big names.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty far into this tournament. I mean, the people left are really good.
That is true. So...
Like, we're starting.
Yes, and this race is actually preset F, which is Combat Secret Cave and Submarine. I don't know about you, but I don't think we're gonna have any Combat Secret Caves in our race today.
No, we're not. If you were to do this glitchless, you would have to do Wizard Cave, which it's honestly crazy. Like, I'm not even sure how that would work out. I didn't really pay attention too much to the glitchless logic for this, but you would have to do Wizard Cave with very limited items. Like, maybe you'd have hookshot. No, you wouldn't have hookshot. I honestly don't know what you were supposed to use to beat that, but Wizard Cave is Power Breaks. That's what you logically need for some of the bows, but you can just skip it by doing Lendo Door Cancel, which is what Gobbity's doing right now.
Yes, as that's actually the first thing routed in my route. I'm honestly surprised Spy not doing it. Because the picto box is... Well, we do require one picto box.
Yeah, you only need one.
To get the secret meeting photo. But yeah.
Yep, so there's bombs. Let's see if Gobbity picks up the other chest. Please don't. Okay, good.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the other chest has a bottle in it, and it's who cares? Because 1, Grandma's not required, and 2, Gobbity will be getting a bottle later.
Yeah, don't you need delivery? Because Grandma is delivery bag.
Yeah.
What do you I must have routed. Oh no, yeah, because no letter is required. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need the delivery bag?
Yeah, you don't. Okay, so Grandma is not forgot. Okay,
alright. Spy's doing a super swim, so photosensitive, look away. I was wondering if someone was gonna do this. So Spy just stored the shield, and he's gonna take this chest storage back to Southern Ferry, assuming he doesn't drown. I think he's gonna drown. He doesn't have enough speed.
Yeah.
This is gonna mess up his entire route. Let's see. Hold, chat. Hold. I don't think he's gonna make it, but I mean, if he does, no, he's not making it.
He's making it.
What? Oh my! That was not a frame perfect avoid drown, but it was pretty close.
Yeah, very tight.
Yeah, it's frame perfect if your air meter stays on the screen, which it did not. So, maybe it was he was 2 frames away from drowning.
Well, with that, his routing should work because he's getting that picto box, which should give him access to Lenzo's house. But yeah, that was really crazy.
Oh my god, he's gotta be shaking right now.
Meanwhile, Gobbity is just going through Windfall. He got a piece of cheese and a leaf from Tingle. Tingle are really cool this time around. There's also cheese and a sword inside the House of Wealth, so you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on Windfall. And, yeah, so now Spy gets to do Windfall on one trip.
Yeah.
Although, I do question if it's worth that. Because, I don't know, there's... I personally routed it in such a way where making 2 trips to Windfall was nice because on one trip you go down to Eastern Ferry after getting bombs, and the other trip you go up to Crescent for the Crescent sub.
Yes.
But Spy might be opting to go to the Crescent sub after visiting Dragon Roost Island. And there's Gobbity with his Super Swim to the sub. I have a feeling that we are going to see Gobbity also do a Super Swim from Angular Isle like Spy did, but it won't be with chest storage, and it'll be to somewhere else instead. But that's just a prediction I'm making.
Yeah, an interesting, I guess, a little meta fact. Spytron and Gobbity are both kind of known to be infamous for their super swims. So, might have a few of those in this.
You know, at first I was gonna say it's more so of like a Gobbity thing for super swims, but Spy is also the person that's trying to convince people to super swim the platforms, which is absolutely crazy. So I'm down to call them like like the super swim champions of the tournament, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, so Gobbity just warps to Southern Ferry, so no swim there. But this trip is probably gonna take him to Angular.
It's just, I don't know, what Gobbity's probably thinking is that like warping to Southern and then storing Angular and then swimming back to Southern is kind of weird when you could just get bombs and then warp to Southern. But I understand why Spy did it. I think you can make better use of your visit to Angular by super swimming to 5-star Isle, since that's so out of the way. And I'm curious to see if Gobbity will do that.
Yeah, because
okay. Spy has Pictobox and Leaf and just said, you know what? I'm gonna do London Door Cancel anyway.
That's actually surprising.
It's pretty much the same amount of time to do Lens of Door Cancel as it is to do it normally. But that's if you get first try storage. So every time you miss storage going for Lens of Door Cancel, it would have been faster to just do it normally.
Yeah. Well, he did get storage first try, and he was also gonna get that secret meeting photo.
Yeah, so honestly, it worked out for him. Because, I mean, me saying that, like, it's about the same is kind of a rough estimate, because, I timed it up to entering the upstairs area, but then my timing does not include the fact that with Lenzo Door Cancel, you skipped the cutscene of Lenzo and Beneko talking to each other. So, doing it with Door Cancel might be faster anyway, but it's like, maybe it's faster on the first try, and then you break even on the second try, something like that.
Yeah. But with that bow, something maybe that will, you know, that will
I super summon again.
Yeah, I know.
He's gonna super summon Eastern Fairies, my guess.
Yeah. So we have a bow in Eastern Ferry Crescent sub, which can be faster if you have. Well, actually, both runners have leaf. Maybe it's still faster with Fire Arrow?
Oh yes, I like what Gobbity's doing. I'm honestly not sure about the timing for Crescent sub, but I think Gobbity is gonna do a super sim to 5-star, like I said earlier. Which I like this a lot more than what Spy did, but I mean, Spy does have the advantage of one trip to Windfall, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Because
he
he's
is.
gonna have to get to Crescent at some point.
Yeah, so I think what's gonna happen is. Oh, actually, yeah, I think a Spy will go to Crescent after Dragon Roost Island, and then Gobbity will go to Dragon Roost Island, and then super swim to Thorn's Ferry instead of going to Crescent. That's my guess. We'll have to see what they actually do. Yep, that was a nice super swim from Gobbity.
Yeah, and some quick fire and ice arrows for Spy.
Gobbity has to do some leaf pumps here. Hopefully this works out. No. Yeah, at this point you just fight though, and you're sad. You do have to do a lot of leaf pumps there. It is very tight.
Yeah, I think it's 7.
You can do it with 6, but you pretty much have to do it with 7 if you want to like guaranteed grab it.
Yeah.
And you can also do it with 8 and then do a mid-air jump slash instead of grabbing the ledge at that saves time. But fitting 8 leaf pumps in is super hard. Like I don't think I'll ever do it in a race.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone do 8 leaf pumps in a race.
I've seen like I think I've seen like one person do it, but not in a race, I don't think. Or maybe in a race.
Alright.
Alright, so yeah, we're to see... Oh yeah, right. He's getting a fly around island or whatever this check is called.
Yes, because it is. A Dryfoot shard. Yep.
Meanwhile, Gobbity is coming here to Great Fish. And... Oh yeah, you have to do it this way. There's another strat you can do where like you hookshot the raft and then like on that part of the island to his left and hookshot the chest, but Gobbity does not have hookshot right now. And he probably was not going to have hookshot coming here. So this just makes sense. But now he's gonna super swim. Okay, Gobbity. Did not see this coming, but he doesn't have much magic though. Oh, he has bombs, I guess. Okay, this is good then. So Gobbity will be doing another super swim. We got Gobbity's super swim emotes ready to go. This is a little awkward of a swim because he wants to swim north and okay, he just swam over there just fine. That's the beauty with ESS swimming is that doing turns is really nice and you don't lose speed. We have a swim count. Oh jeez. Okay.
We're at 4. 2 for each.
I think they each did 2. No. Got me though. Yeah, I know Gobbity did like angular to 5-star, and this swim he just did. I think he's at 2. Yeah, not enough. We're gonna see more, I think. We're gonna see them swim to Thorn Ferry, both of them, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So as I assumed, Spy used the fire arrows on the Crescent sub, where he went after Dragon Roost to speed up the process, and now he has light arrows.
Yeah, I guess we don't really talk about which is faster for Crescent sub, because I feel like leafing across is faster, but then I'm not honestly sure.
A quick fire arrow. I guess you have to climb the ladder.
You have to climb the ladder, and you have to stop moving to shoot the fire arrow. I mean, you can move and shoot a fire arrow, but it'll be tough to aim at the skull.
Yeah.
And like, if you fail leafing, like the skull is right there, and you just shoot it, and the ladder drops out instantly. So I feel like the optimal thing to do is just always go for leaf, and it's like low risk because you can just shoot the skull.
Yeah, I guess. And Spy traveled to 5-star sub, which is not optimal.
Yeah, Which I kind of feared Spy would do that because he didn't really have any spots. Oh, he failed that too. Like, but it's okay because Gobbity failed it, so there it cancels out. But he's opting to try leaf pumps again, which I don't agree with.
Yeah, because failing his second time is gonna be very tough.
I think he does have Hero Sword.
You got it.
That did seem faster than fighting the enemies.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary because sometimes the Bokoblins really troll you when you're climbing the ladder. But I guess he killed the Bokoblin, so it wasn't a problem.
Yeah, and there was also the very slight chance that a key, one of those keys would hit him.
Yeah, that's true too.
Which happened once to me, and I was
that's rough. Yeah, I think if you have Master Sword in that sub, then you just fight the enemies for sure.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Gobbity is forsaken Fortress, because we have a few things to pick up here. One of the pearls, because we never mentioned it, but we actually need the Tower of the God entrance.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to pick up those 3 pearls.
Which hopefully we will see Tower of the Gods entrance at the end for both runners, because then they're right there at the Hyrule Warp.
Yeah, which is pretty convenient because it leads to Dragon Roost, and you don't really have anything to pick up at Dragon Roost except for the Triforce Shard from Goba.
Wait, is that? Wait, I thought there was something else.
Maybe.
Oh, the Tower of the Gods entrance is Dragon Roost Cavern, and there's a sword there.
There is?
Yeah. Mini-boss has a sword.
Oh, there is.
Which we don't see mini-boss very often. That'll be fun.
So,
there is like a really, really cool strat you can do with fire arrows in the mini-boss room. Or I think even with regular arrows, actually. It's safer to do with fire arrows, but you can like shoot the Moblin and the Cargorok out of the air before they fly into the arena.
What?
And it
That's
speeds up the
crazy.
fight. But the problem is that you risk soft locking the game. So they're probably not going to do that. Also, their arrow count is going to be super low. Because, well, actually, no, I'm just guessing that. Maybe it won't be super low, but there's a chance that they do Tower of the Gods, then Dragon Roost Cavern. In that case, their arrow count's going to be low. Maybe they'll... Actually, no, we are going to see that. At least from Gobbity's edge, because he has to get Nehru's Pearl in Tower of the Gods before going to DRC.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, I mean, I was thinking like maybe they would route in an overworld checker or something in between, but... I mean, I don't think so. They pretty much covered all the overworld checks.
To be fair, if they really are low on arrow, they could stop by Beetle's shop before going to Dragon Roost. Because it's right there, at the Tower of the God location.
Does Tower of the Gods Beetles sell arrows?
Oh yeah, I'm 100% sure.
Oh.
Because that's where I go when I need some in my randomizers.
Oh, that's interesting. It's just... If Beetle was like right there, I'd say definitely buy some arrows, but he's kinda out of the way. If they need the arrows, they'll get it, you know? If, like, I don't know, you can just, like, waste all of your arrows on, like, the last hit of Godot, and then make him drop snot arrows, and then you'll have, like, what, 9 arrows into Dragon Roost, and that's plenty.
Yeah. You don't have... You really need to be not shaky on those ropes. In Dragon Roost. But, I mean, at the level of those runners, I assume they'll be fine.
You can always safety save before going for the shots. So we do see Gobbity finishing up Forsaken Fortress and Spytron is just starting it. But the thing with like these races is that the runners are doing different routes. So you can't just like immediately assume that Gobbity has a lead. And like in this, oh my god, that was scary. Spytron, you almost got whacked there. The other thing to keep in mind is Spy does have light arrows, whereas Gobbity, I guess, doesn't. He just has regular bow. Did he really not pick up any upgrades yet?
No, because one is at one of the fairies, which I don't remember the name, and the other one is that crescent sub.
Ah, okay.
And I think Gobbity did all that while I'm sorry, Spy did all that while Gobbity was doing his Forsaken Fortress.
Ooh, nice first try forward from Spy.
Very clean.
Oh, now we see Gobbity doing Bomb Island, or as I like to say, Intern Island, because this is not a fun island. Whoever thought it was fun must be an intern at Nintendo. Or was an intern back in like 2000.
Yeah. Well, you know, as a junior game designer, I have to pay my respect to the interns. So I will always appreciate Rhode Island.
I'll call this Wool Island from now on in honor of you.
I shall be fine with that. But it has a nice sword for us today.
Looks like the Magtails are cooperating and like they're not bouncing off the switch. And I say that it's gonna just bounce off the switch right now. Or no, that'll look good. Oh, yeah, what did I tell you? It bounced off the switch.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what? What? Oh, that was
never
close.
Seen that. Okay.
Ah, wow. And the Magtail was still supposed to be curled up in a ball, but I guess like, you know, because Gobbity had to throw it twice, that like it was uncurling as it was landing on the switch. It was like in ball form long enough to press it down.
Also, I was a bit paying attention to Spytron. I don't think he landed on the cage, so I hope.
No, he didn't, because Spy doesn't do a setup, he just kind of yellows it. See, he likes to land on the wrong cage, and it tends to work out for him, I guess.
Well, whatever works for you, I guess.
Spy does the Spy setup, which is no setup, because see, now the bird has to walk or fly over.
That's so scary.
Okay, yeah.
I would shit my pants, honestly. I don't like Elmarock. It is very tilting to have to reset.
If you land in the right spot, the stop clock doesn't happen that much.
Yeah, I can't seem to get it consistently. But anyway, Gobbity is gonna get back to Lenzo's house. Very nice.
Did he talk to Lenzo? Oh, we did. Okay. I was like looking at Spytron speech. I didn't see if Gobbity did that or not. Because if you don't talk to Lenzo first, then that door doesn't open. Yeah, so we'll probably see another Super Swim from Gobbity coming up. He's gonna grab the Poppy of Virachek and then Super Swim to Crescent is my guess.
Yes. Also, I was looking at the tracker, and apparently Spy doesn't have grappling hook, which is weird because it's on top, teach rhythm. But I may be wrong.
I hope I didn't forget. We'll have to look next time he pauses. But considering all the effort he put into a one-trip windfall and how close it came to not happening, really, he didn't pick it up.
Oh, that's...
I wonder if he's like aware of that and he's gonna go back. When would he go back? Cause like,
Because it is absolutely mandatory. You need to kill.
Yeah, because of Goba. He already did the Crescent sub, so he doesn't really have any other reason to go up there. But maybe I'll just go after this and grab it. If he doesn't go now, then he forgot. And hopefully he remembers soon.
Yeah, because if he goes into Dragon Roost without it, that is going to be heartbreaking.
Oh, he doesn't have it. Wow. Yeah. Man, imagine almost drowning on a scary swim from Anger to Southern, and then you have to make 2 trips to Windfall anyway. That's rough.
Yeah. Also, I did not pay attention, but I see that Gobbity has Fair and Ice, and he's heading to low location, so I assume he managed to get his leaf on Crescent side.
Man, we both like looking at the same runner, because I'm not sure if Gobbity ever went to Crescent sub. I feel like there wasn't enough time for him to go to Crescent and then come back here, so...
If that's Slide Arrows, and I'm pretty sure that is, yep, he went to Crescent. That's for sure.
He went to Crescent at some point.
Yeah.
Did he really go just now? Because, like, that's... I feel like you can't be that fast. Maybe I was just looking away for longer than I thought.
Yeah, unless we have different seeds. One of the bows was definitely in that submarine.
Okay. So now we're going to see Gobbity do this check that Spy already got, which is the fly across island. And then we will probably see him super swim to Thorn Fairy, because I don't know when else you would go to Thorn Fairy.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that seed is going actually really well for both our runners, if we ignore the fact that Spy does not have his grappling hook.
Yeah, and he still hasn't gone to pick it up, which is concerning. Like, it really makes me think he doesn't realize that he didn't get it.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, and I don't think our runners need the Cabana entrance either, so there's a point in the run where he's gonna even think to equip it.
Well, you said there is no private Oasis entrance, right?
No, because it's Forbidden Woods, and it is not needed.
Oh, yeah. So you don't use the private Oasis entrance, but I mean, I think what a lot of people do is when they see that Dragon Roost is a dungeon, they immediately look where Grappling Hook is, because it's required at that point.
Yeah, I was just thinking of ways that Spy could figure out that he is missing the Grappling Hook and not lose too much time. But yeah, I don't think there is.
Also, how did Spy get to Thorn Fairy? I was looking at Gobbity's screen. It seems like he got there pretty fast. He sailed from Tachi. Oh, that's not fast. Oh, I do recall him sailing through the Eastern Triangle Island Quadrant. I think that, like, even if he remembered Grappling Hook on the first try, the fact that he had to do this, or chose to do this, I think means that, like, what Gobbity did is just better. Because he made really good use out of his visit to Dragon Roost to come here.
Yeah. But yeah, with that, I think we're gonna head to Tachi. Oh no, we need Jaboon's Cave.
Do we... Well, it doesn't really matter the order.
Yes. True.
But actually, no. For some reason, I thought, like, oh, Tower of the Gods is Savage Labyrinth entrance. But no. The order... I guess the order doesn't matter, but you clearly do this first, because then you have to steal the diamond step afterwards.
Yeah, because the entrance, I was going to say, the entrance is a diamond step, and both our runners have hook shots, so no need to do it early.
Which, even though hookshot really isn't required, this is definitely a scene where you just get it anyway, because like hookshot isn't that bad.
Oh yeah.
And also you don't have to do early diamond step.
Yep. Which can be finicky sometimes.
It's scary to do.
Yeah.
Like hookshot would have to be at a really bad spot. Like if it was on ankle and the statues were, if like at least 2 statues were on completely separate islands that you wouldn't visit otherwise, then I'd say like you skip hookshot, unless it's required, of course.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know, like hookshot, you know, being
your,
quadrued always fine.
Practice your zombie over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think both of them are pretty comfortable with zombie. Well, Gobbity more so comfortable. I know Gobbity wouldn't have to like really think about practicing hovering at this point.
Yeah.
Spy, I know, is a little new to it still, but I think his hovering's pretty good enough for Morth hover.
Yeah, I know he practiced for sure. I don't think I've ever seen him do it in a race, especially in a race of that importance.
I think Morth hover's only happened in one race this entire tournament. It was a qualifier race. And I say that as like a complete guess because it was one of the qualifier races I couldn't do because I just wasn't around. And someone told me and Gobbity, "Oh, you really have to do this seed. Just trust me, you'll like it a lot." And I saw it was preset A, so that I just kind of assumed it meant that there was a Morth hover. But yeah, other than that, I don't think Morth Hover's ever showed up in the tournament because it doesn't really come up. Like normally, hookshot's at an okay spot, and then like you have the swordless preset, which requires hookshot because you cannot Morth Hover swordless.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been really cool to see. I mean, well, we still got more tournament to go. This is losers round 2, and there's still losers quarters. Losers semis, losers finals, winners finals already happened.
Yeah, so there is actually 5 more races after this one.
Yeah, the tournament's wrapping up by the 14th. We don't know if grand finals will be on the 14th, but it probably will be. Unfortunately, getting zapped there.
Yeah.
Oh, they kind of like high-fived. They're both in the same room.
Yeah, they're actually really, close to each other.
Oh yeah, it could be 6 games if there's a bracket reset.
Oh. True.
At least 5. Did that work? Okay, that worked. It looked like Spy might have.
Yeah, that was weird.
Inbounds, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, it really... Oh, I like what Gobbity's... Wait, no, Gobbity, you can backflip leaf to grab... Okay, never mind. I'll have to tell him about this after the race, but, so, the reason why Gobbity's standing there doing nothing is because you can't grab this ledge when the water's up all the way. Oh, you can't fall down on it, I should say. You cannot fall down on it, but you can backflip leaf, to grab the ledge instead. And I don't think he knew that, because otherwise he would have done that. But that's really nice, getting that bomb ledge clip.
Yep.
I think if Spy realizes he doesn't have grappling hook before he goes to Dragon Roost. I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not like race ending. But like, if he
goes into Dragon Roost.
I imagine his routing, or both their routing, is gonna when they show up to Dragon Roost, is shoot down the platform and go through Under Rope Bridge Room, and then that outdoor area outside Under Rope Bridge Room that you could go up to go to the mini boss. They're both gonna probably opt to grapple across, and then Spy's gonna realize he doesn't have the grapple.
Because you can also leave.
Yeah, but the wind has to be in the right direction, which honestly, I would not be surprised if Spytron was aware of that and he changed the winds before entering Tot G. And then, so he would leave and then not notice his missing grapple until, like, inside the boss chamber. So if he realizes inside the boss chamber,
I mean,
that's wrong. Yeah. It's not a soft wall, because you would just, like,
especially because our runners are gonna need to chest storage through the boss door. I guess there's two chests there.
I don't imagine either of them getting the big key. And yeah, there's two chests there. It would be more so like just running all the way back up there, because neither of them are gonna open the warp pots, because there's no point.
Yep. We shall see. But for now, the race is technically actually pretty close, and I think our runners are just gonna go through the route pretty much in the same way.
The thing is, like, even if Spytron realizes, like, let's say he realizes right now that he doesn't have grappling hook, so then after this he immediately goes to Windfall and grabs it, and it's a fast. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's a fast check, right? Because it's Tot. Tot's like probably the fastest check on Windfall. The problem is that, I mean, they're pretty close right now. So the time it takes to warp to Windfall and then even do like Tot, even though Tot's fast, that's a bit of time, like quite a bit.
Yeah. Gobbity would have to make at least some mistake.
Yeah, which I mean, Gobbity has had a run-ending mistake in this tournament already, so it could happen, but
just by missing the boomer strat.
Wait, HOW? Oh, House of Wealth. Yeah, but then you have to like open the door, and then you have to load the inside of House of Wealth. Whereas Tot's right there. I'd say in vanilla, it's faster to do like either House of Wealth check and no Spy.
Spy.
That honestly seems like a risky strat to go for. I'm honestly not sure if it's worth it.
Especially after if you failed at least one time.
Yeah.
The command melody skip.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because Spy fell there, Gobbity's pretty much caught up. Like they're in the same cutscene, but he's a little behind. Yep. And then it's gonna take like a minute to warp. No, like more than that. Like, because he has to warp away too. So it's like what, like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to warp to Windfall, talk to Tot, get grab hook, and then run back to the boat and warp away. That's a lot of time in a close race like this.
I mean, I don't really see Gobbity doing a huge mistake.
Yeah, because like there's nothing left to really mess up, except for one thing, and we'll see what both runners actually end up doing. Okay, good. Spytron's getting the big key, and Gobbity, okay. I think he's also getting the big key. Yeah, I was wondering if they were gonna get it because I think you definitely. Oh no. He's just skip. Yeah, I think that's smart. Don't bother at that point. Getting back to top of floating platforms takes a while. And like you might think, oh well, it took him like. It was pretty fast for him to get to that first platform in the first place. But the problem is that it was only fast because of a good platform cycle that you get when you first enter the room. So because he like woke up in the room, he'd have to wait for the platform cycle. So
yeah, he would have to leave, re-enter if you want the perfect cycle again, and at that point, you just do the big key skip, which, if done fast enough, is okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
30, 35 seconds.
So I timed it as loading into the upstairs room. That's where you start, and then you end on the fade to black into Godon's room. The fastest I was able to do it was 51 seconds. But then you also have to keep in mind that doesn't mean that like it's 51 seconds slower to do the big key skip, because you know you have to like take into consideration that either way you still have to go over to the big key chest and open it, and you still have to fight the Armos anyway.
Yeah, I would say if you do it really fast, it's probably like 35, 40 seconds to do it without
that stuff.
Yeah.
Like when you take out the similarities, yeah, maybe it's about that.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see when they both enter the boss fight. No?
Yeah, Gobbity struggled a bit in the scale room, so that's why Spytron got a little bit more of a lead in this dungeon now. And yeah, speaking of struggling in the scale room.
Alright, so Gobbity, with just a few small mistakes.
Alright, hopefully Spy doesn't... Yeah, hopefully Spy doesn't brain fart and open this chest. Okay, good. He's getting storage. Ooh, nice first try.
Yeah, with a second try pause, that's really fast.
Yeah, actually, him getting hit by the bubble was just him being optimal. It was just an optimal way to avoid out in that room. You know? So you can do big key skip.
I don't believe you.
Okay, hopefully he changes the wind. Oh yeah, he does it this way. I'm pretty sure this is slower than the other way to do big key skip. But he's gonna like get a little closer to the door to clip out of bounds, whereas the way I like to do it is you like climb the wall from where you enter the outside.
Yeah, you... Is the wind in the... right?
No, it's not. He'll probably change it right now.
Okay.
Wait, I said he'll probably change it right now. Okay. Oh, I thought he forgot.
Yeah, but I think with that, he pretty much lost no time at all.
He still had to, like, wait for the platform and went up it before getting hit by the bubble.
Yes.
But Gobbity did not have a good scale room both ways. So that's really the main reason why Spytron looks more ahead. But again, like he's gonna have to go back to Windfall, assuming he remembers right now, which he has not really indicated that he remembers.
Yeah, he never really looked at his inventory at any point. Ooh, really good shot.
Oh, that was cool. And totally intentional to shoot both those hands. And of course, people that don't know, I'm kidding. It's that's, you know, kind of like, you get it if you get it. Because the hands don't really line up that often.
Unfortunately, we have never found a way to manipulate the hands' behavior. I was trying to find my English words.
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do. There used to be like a false rumor going around that if you shoot the hands with elemental arrows, they're more likely to respawn, and because of like some property of the elemental arrows, and I think that's like a combination of like selection bias and
yes.
If you defeat a hand faster, and then you go to shoot the other hand. That I think it has. Well, actually, no. There was like a reasoning for that someone explained to me, but now that I think about it, if you give the hands less time to respawn, then they're less likely to respawn.
Yeah.
I remember there being reasoning for it.
No snow towers for any of our runners, so Spy has 6 right now, and Gobbity has 7. Which is enough to take down the platform in Dragon Roost, but also a bit scary. Alright, let's see where...
Alright, so because Spy pulled Wind Waker before saving, he did not pull up the part of his menu that shows that he does not have Grappling Hook. So everything looks normal to him right now. Also, not sure why he chose to save Warp. He didn't want to Super Swim. Oh, Magic Refill. That's why. Whereas Gobbity does not have that much magic. But I agree with Gobbity just leaving and having minimal magic because believe it or not, there are magic refills in Dragon Roost.
Really?
Yep, and also this is a big rip. Spy is entering Dragon Roost without Grappling Hook.
Yeah, he did not see when equipping his...
Also, neither runner chose to set the wind to east here. So what's going to happen is Spytron will go outside, like after under rope bridge room, and try to grapple across and realize he does not have grapple.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
But that's the way, you know, spoiler alert goes. Don't read your route too fast.
They're both safety saving, alright.
Yeah.
Synchronized safety save.
Also, I will mention, because we talked a lot about looking at your inventory and stuff. I will say, when you're focused and in race mode, it is very easy to tunnel vision into what you need to do and what equipment you need to equip, and just not, you know, see the obvious.
Right.
It is
well,
in
with
no
that...
way,
go ahead.
Yeah, it is in no way a diss on, you know, Spytron performance or ability to read his route. I think he's just very focused and forgot one check.
You know what I wonder? Did he realize right now? Because I don't understand why he's going through pot room.
Oh, do you think maybe he's going to...
He's opening the warp pot.
Okay.
Maybe. And he realized like he can't use grapple to get up to mini boss, and the wind's in the wrong direction, so he can't leaf across unless he changes the wind, but that's kind of slow. So maybe that sometimes that backtail trolls you. Nothing much you can do about that. But anyway, like, I wonder if like that's why he's going here, because otherwise I don't understand why you would take this route up to the top of Dragon Roost. If he doesn't open the warp pot, then I'm super confused. That's the only reason I could think of doing it this way.
I agree.
I mean, I have specifically talked to Spy about which way you should go up through Dragon Roost, and the answer is if you have Master Sword, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's doing
but there's mini boss that's required. So in that case, I would say you definitely do under rope bridge. You think he realized? I think he realized too, because he opened the warp pot.
Yeah.
And that's why he did the pot room chest route, so he could open that. And then he didn't have to change the wind to leaf over the gaps. It all makes sense.
So I think that's, I would say, the more optimal time loss
Right, that's the best thing you can do. In which, like, I was about to say, like, I was gonna be super surprised if he was inside Dragon Roost and did those equips at the beginning and didn't notice grapple hook, right? Like, that's probably what he noticed when he was, like, after shooting on the platform and doing equips, he probably noticed he didn't have grappling hook.
Yeah, because he's gonna save and quit right now. Exit, get his grapple, and return.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Gobbity is having a little bit of trouble getting that storage.
He's fine. See, look at that. Commentator's blessing.
Wait. Why is he...
What?
Back? No way.
Did he think that was faster? Spy, that was not faster than just running back to the door normally. What?
That's...
He's gonna enter the Goba boss fight and pull out nothing when he wants a grappling hook. I'm sorry if I'm loud, by the way. I did kind of like raise my voice. All right, get ready, guys.
Very tight. Yep.
He's like, "Where's my grappling hook?" Oh my. He opened the warp pot, but that was unintentional, or like he didn't open the warp pot knowing this grappling hook.
Yeah, that's so weird. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, he's gonna do what we said he's gonna do. Just that's too bad because I think he would have still had a chance, really. Because Gobbity made some small mistakes, and with Hyrule being Hyrule, it's so hard to predict. But I mean, with that, it's gonna be so tough to beat.
I think if it wasn't for this, Gobbity would still be in the lead.
Oh, absolutely.
But only barely. But with that being said, I do have to say this, just in case, like, Spy watches this back, or any runner that sometimes gets a poor mentality. Sometimes mistakes just happen, and you can't get hung up on, if I didn't make this mistake, I might have won. Because at the end of the day, Gobbity made mistakes too, while they weren't as big as Spytron's. Like, making mistakes is part of the test to see who wins the match and advances.
Yeah. I mean, I already touched a little bit upon, not dissing or anything. I think we were just really surprised to see that it was very optimal if he did notice, and I think we, it's also a bit of meta-analysis, because we've known about Drew Grapple for 30 minutes, so we're thinking about it, and it was surprising to see that he made those decisions, but maybe those decisions were also based on the fact that he knew he didn't change the wind, or he was not confident in doing the double-less travel through this area. But
I think what happened with the route he took through DRC is that he thinks that opening the warp pot, if you have to fight mini boss, is faster, because then you can save warp and take the warp pot up. But I'm almost positive it's not, and the best thing to do would be to store the chest and then leaf over to the loading zone. Or even just go exit the arena normally, like in a casual playthrough. That's honestly pretty fast.
Yeah. And I've raced against him. I know he knows how to board the chest and clip through the miniboss arena. That's clearly something he knows how to do. But
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if after this race, Spy watches this back and he goes, "I'm gonna prove Slam that he's dumb. He doesn't know what he's talking about," and he's gonna make a video showing how he did faster than my idea, and be like, "See, I told you so." because he has done something like that before. He didn't make a video, but he did kind of like did a timing and said like, see, what I did was faster than what you said. But I think the difference here is that I'm actually right this time.
All right.
I just don't see like save warping and then going through a couple extra rooms to get into the first warp pot to go to the last warp pot that you didn't need to open in the first place. I don't know. I'm interested to see. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a tough mistake to get over.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going for storage? He's going for it again. I think he got it. Wait, what?
Yeah, but you need to...
Oh, he didn't... Yeah, he didn't stun the eye, so the eye was, like, nowhere near him. Okay.
Okay. Well, I think he's... Maybe he knows that was a fatal mistake, and he's just styling now. Which wouldn't, you know, surprise me, but also kind of. I don't know. I guess storage is faster. So if you need to get back some time, that's one way to do it.
You see Gobbity making quick work of the staircase and see if he gets the double.
Yeah.
Yep, he got it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Efficient.
Lining up two marbles with one arrow. It's pretty cool looking. Okay, also, I guess neither runner had problems with arrows. Because they both did Tower of the Gods into Dragon Roost, and they were fine.
Yeah, they actually both runners... oh wow, very nice first snipe. So both runners were having, you know, 6 and 7 arrows each for shooting down the platform. And they still had some arrows to spare in mid-boss, both of them. So,
yeah.
Very nice arrow management.
Gobbity having an alright phase 1.
Oh, okay, and I think Spy forfeited that race.
Yeah, you probably looked at Restream to see if Gobbity was in high roll. Saw that he wasn't. Like, yeah, that's no point continuing this.
Understandable.
Although I think, I don't know, I feel like Gobbity might have still won anyway, even without that mistake. It's tough to say, honestly.
Yeah.
It's not only
on the side of I don't think there's a point trying to theorize it, because to be honest, when they were both in Top G, it was a really close race. And yeah, with the small mistakes that Gobbity made in Top G, it's so hard to really predict nice script shot. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. Also, I guess I never saw. Oh yeah. Sometimes it's optimal to get the magic meter upgrade for this fight, but I don't think it was at a very good spot. So.
No, it was. I think it was a submarine somewhere.
No, it was Cliff Plateau Cave. I just don't know where that is. It's Ice Ring Isle. Oh yeah, that's definitely not getting that.
I mean, it's not out of the way because you do need it. Savant Ferry, but yeah, it is still a detour.
Honestly, I mean, I hate that I'm saying this, but if you absolutely wanted Magic Meter or Soup, you definitely get Soup instead of Magic Meter. I don't want anybody clipping me and taking out of context, you definitely get soup. But because the game forces you to get a bottle, and there's a fairy right outside the Tower of the Gods door, I mean... And you also had to visit Outset. I guess that was before going to Tower of the Gods. But there was also that bottle in Lenzo's house that was like right there.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, soup was available for sure.
I could honestly see like some top runners getting soup in this seed. Alright, Gobbity, calm down there. Don't want to get hit anymore.
Yeah, because you needed to go to Outset to get Jaboons. So,
yeah.
also, really not a waste of time.
I should point out that Gobbity did get the one cycle on Ganondorf, which, that's really cool that at least happened once in this tournament. And so,
yeah, how'd you do that? So it's
super precise. So you can do it without soup. With soup, it's pretty easy, but without soup, it's 4 spin attacks with a jab somewhere in the middle, and it's all super tight. Like, you can't mash B for the quick spins at all, or else you'll miss the timings.
Okay. Well, that's GG for Gobbity.
Yeah, GG's to Gobbity.
Therefore, winning this race. So, Gobbity will advance and face Gymnast.
Looks like we do have enough time for an interview, so we can get Gobbity in here quickly, but we can't, like, drag on for too long.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, hello.
Hello, Gobbity. Nice one cycle.
Thanks. Whenever I can do the slam, I do my best, to tell you what.
Okay, maybe not call it the slam, it's a bit of plagiarism.
I love calling it the slam.
I did not make that strat. I'm just
calling
the
it
first person to
slam.
do it in SD.
Anyway. Interesting. Seed. It went... I think I played pretty well. I saw what happened to Spy, at least, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I was really surprised that Spy was ahead. I thought I was playing really, really well, and then he was a little bit ahead when I checked the stream, whatever. I'm like, oh god. Oh, this is gonna be a really close race.
Well, when did you check this stream? Because there were points where, like, you know, Spy had more items than you.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you didn't have the same exact route.
Yeah, I checked in at Tower of the Gods.
Yeah,
Oh.
Second statue, he was like maybe like 5 seconds ahead, I think. And then I messed up that, but whatever.
Right, yeah, the scale room was not nice to you.
Yeah, that was weird.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
GG's.
GG's.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Spy, that was a pretty clutch super swim at the very beginning of the race. Like, I was saying the whole time, oh, he's gonna drown. He doesn't have enough speed. Oh, yeah, he's stopping a recharge here. Okay, he can't make it. And then you made it. Like, you had, like, maybe 2 frames to spare before you drowned. That was insane.
One time I got a frame-perfect super swim where I actually still had my air meter on land, but it was empty.
Right. That's the only reason why I knew that you weren't off by a frame, because if you were, then you'd have that air meter. So it's like, okay, it's got to be 2 frames, because, like, I thought for sure you would drown.
So that seed, like, I finished routing it in 20 minutes, and I had like 40 minutes left, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna spend the whole 40 minutes just timing things and figure out what's better, what's faster. And one thing that I was actually surprised by was, out of all my options, it was the best to just sail from Tot G to TFI. Like, I timed it.
I think given your route, and then you just had to figure out what to do with Thorn Fairy afterwards, yes, but I really liked what Gobbity did with Thorn Fairy, which is also what I did in my route, because I like to route these if I do commentary.
What do you do?
I'll let Gobbity explain it, because, I mean, it is his route.
Well, just like the way I did things, DRI was kind of a lone check, so I did it with fly around the island. So I just pushed the block out and I got the storage right, like where I got the storage for the chest storage, and then super slam from there.
Yeah. So Gobbity did Windfall in 2 trips. So on the first trip, he went down to Eastern Fairy afterwards. On the second trip, he went up to Crescent. And then
So
Yeah.
that idea of getting it on that block is interesting because when I timed it, I like went over and got dry storage over by a boulder, and then I super swam, and it came out to be like 5 seconds slower, and it's just riskier. So I was like, I'll just do this. But with getting storage at that block, it probably would have been faster. Yeah.
Also, you said you did timings. I'm really curious about your routing choice in DRC. Like, I thought for sure, because of mini boss being required, that under rope bridge was the faster route.
Yeah, with that one, I remembered hearing that when it comes to under rope bridge or pot room, you can do pot room and it's about the same. Just don't do it if you don't have the master sword. And the reason I wanted to do that was because I couldn't really like set my wind going into tot G, and that's kind of what I did. Although I would have liked to hit that storage so I didn't have to save warp after.
Right. I was just thinking that you go through under rope bridge and then like go up outside. You're already outside at this point, and then you go up to mini boss, and then you store the chest, and then leaf over to the loading zone for the stairs room. Even though you had to change the wind at that point, I think it would still be worth it.
Yeah, and then man, like I almost didn't join the interview, not because like I was like too pissed off for it, but I knew I was like I genuinely want to be here, but then I was like, oh man, I don't know, I'm kind of tilted and I can barely like keep my composure, but then I was like, okay, it's fine. Because I looked at the restream, like I never looked until I got to Goma and realized I had to leave, and I checked and I saw that Gobbity was doing Goma, and I was like, I could have won, and I threw the game. So I don't know.
Yeah, so to be fair, it was a really close race, and as Gobbity mentioned, so Gobbity also checked the restream at some point when you both were in Tot G, and so Tot G you were pretty close, about 15 seconds differences, except well, you actually both lost a bit of time in Tot G.
Yeah, I avoided 3 times.
Yeah, Spy, you voided a few times, and you had to do big key skip because you voted in many platforms.
Yeah.
And Gobbity lost actually quite a bit of time in Scales room. So you both pretty much were about 15 seconds ahead / behind at the end of Tochi. And yeah, so with Slam, we figured out that you were missing that touch check. So we were thinking about when you could, go back to Windfall, etc. And it's actually pretty interesting. So when you went through Pot Room and you opened the War Pot, we were like, okay, so he noticed. He clearly noticed because he went to open War Pot. And it was, I don't know.
Yeah, we thought that because you opened the warp pot, we were like, okay, so he went this way to open the warp pot so that when he has to come back to DRC, he has the warp pot ready to go up to Goba faster. And then we saw you save warp out of mini boss. Like, okay, yeah, this makes sense. Then he's gonna leave. And then you went into the warp pod. We're like, oh, I guess he didn't notice.
Yeah, so it's not that I just forgot to do Tot when I was at Windfall. I did not write down in my notes where Grappling Hook is. I never considered it until I got to Goma.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's kind of why I was really upset. I probably would have finished out the seed if it was just like, oh, I forgot it, but like, I didn't even write it down. I was like, nah.
Huh. So that's explaining things.
Although I went and when I was timing stuff, I found out, I was like, okay, so if I go and do that swim from Angular at the start, I save about like 15 seconds overall, like in total, like that's all. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. Although I lost that 15-second time save and kind of broke even because I had to charge a second time.
Right. Oh, that was another routing difference you had. So what Gobbity ended up doing was he got that shield as well, but he swam to 5-star sub because that's like really out of the way, and that's the only time you go anywhere near 5-star.
Yeah. There was some like, I know I had reasons for certain things. I don't really remember them all. I spent 40 minutes comparing like this and that and this, that and this. So many things. In the end, I was like, I'm happy with what I got now. Should have done Tot, I think.
Maybe.
It's upsetting to know that I got knocked out of the tournament just because like of a really stupid mistake, like forgetting an item, rather than like genuinely losing to skill. But it's
routing is a skill. It's not like the cool kind of skill, but it's still like a part of the tourney.
yeah, well, it's what it is. It's fine. I'm overall okay, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
That being...
I'm gonna put just a bit of perspective. So there are 5 contents. I'm sorry, 6 contested. I'm sorry, I'm French. There are 6 of you left in the tournament, so I don't think it is, a bad way to go out. I really think that's a very good finish, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
Yeah, you can flex that you placed higher in this tournament than a couple people that have been playing this game since way before the randomizer came out.
You knocked out Woofer.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was also talking about myself, but Woofer too.
That's true.
Anyway, Gobbity, do you have any final thoughts? And then we're gonna wrap things up.
Yeah, I mean, the seed itself was okay. Thought it was fun. I think I played decently well until I checked restream, and then I started kind of not playing as well. I didn't like play terribly, but I just started playing worse because I was a little unfocused. But besides that, throwing it pretty well. And at the end of the day, too, I mean, this race, no matter what, would have come down to like PG. It was super close throughout all of that. So no matter what, it would have been really, 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 really close. I don't think it was decided either or at any point. So it would have been interesting to see what would happen, but at the same time, it was a nail biter no matter what. So
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well,
So on that, we're gonna need to wrap it up. For this tournament, we have the losers quarterfinal available soon, which is going to be Advocate against Tangel and Gymnast against Gobbity. And just after this race on the channel, we have a Link to the Past PR, which I don't know what it is, but Slam, you may enlighten me.
there's a Link to the Past rando race after this tourney race.
Oh yeah, Link to the Past randomizer, of course. I am very, very stupid. But yeah, that's going to be it for us. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.